Okay, let's begin. So, welcome to. Oh, why did I carry this? Welcome to the show. Eat with the owner. Today is episode 14, I guess.
14 already.
Yeah, 14 already.
All right.
So,
how many years this?
No, only 3 months.
3 months
okay.
for this idea,
14.
for this
Yeah,
event.
For this, it's like almost one episode per week. Every week I have one guest.
Okay.
And today you are the only time like we have two guests
All
together.
right.
But we consider it's not your guest, right? We know each other many years. I consider
10 years, right?
Yeah. So I'm more considered is personal, discuss regarding any,
It's still,
topic.
I feel I was invited by my friend.
Yes.
Come to his house, right?
Yes.
That's about 10 years ago. We had a barbecue, right? That's
I went to your house.
I think I know you because we play soccer together,
Yeah.
right?
That's almost 10 years ago.
Yeah. Do you still
almost.
play soccer?
Yeah, we still play.
Okay.
Yeah, still the same team, Shanghai team.
Okay, great.
Yeah, still the.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't played soccer a while.
I remember.
I become the runner.
Yeah, you are the best runner I ever seen. It's really great.
No, there's so many runners out there.
So actually, to introduce your name.
My name is Lei.
Lei, okay. Lei, okay.
Do you need to take a note?
Yeah, it is Arden, right?
Yes,
All
yes.
Yeah. I know Arden. Arden is famous.
I thought I'm more famous than
No,
him.
my wife, she's way more famous than me.
Okay.
Especially in the running community.
Yeah, you guys run a lot. Yeah. Actually, like when we met, we played soccer together. You ran really fast, like right, not fast, really long time. Yeah, ran really a lot.
Yeah.
And then I know your wife is like a real marathon runner.
Wow, actually, I started because of him.
Really?
He pushed me to run because we were hikers before.
Okay.
And the problem with hiking is he always dragged me to the high mountain. I'm talking about the 7th summit.
Okay.
Not the we actually had a very ambitious plan at the time. The 7th summit in 7 continents.
Okay, 7 continents.
So we planned to finish at the time. It's not anymore. And
We stopped.
we did Kilimanjaro together, and my husband did Mount Elbrus in Europe by himself, and then we tried Aconcagua in Argentina.
So that's 3 already. All of the.
Aconcagua, we didn't reach the summit.
We didn't summit
And
because the weather was very bad.
Yeah.
And so the problem is every time I had a problem with endurance.
Okay.
When I was in the high mountain, it's really show the weakness of my body. That's why
Oxygen level really low, right?
yes, and that's why my husband pushed me to do some exercise. But
Because I don't want to kill my wife, right? That's
But so you ran better than her that time.
yeah.
he always,
Even
now.
Today.
even today, he's my coach.
Last time I saw your number, the time for the marathon was crazy. What time? What is the best time?
My best time is 3 hours, 13 minutes, and how many seconds? I
forgot. Yeah.
3 hours. 13 minutes for the whole marathon.
Yes,
Yeah.
and my husband, his best time
Even better.
3 hours 2 minutes.
That's crazy.
And he got his best time this year.
Jeez.
So
You're crazy. You're a hero. How can you do that? I did only one time semi, like 21K. I did it like I guess 1 hour 56 minutes.
that's good enough.
Yeah, then even multiply 2, that's a lot more than you did. At the end of that, 21K, I was almost dead.
Wow, it's so normal. And I still remember my first 10K. It was 1 hour and 26 minutes.
So you improved a lot. That's
It always start by the first kilometers. So nobody is. I saw very few people, really talented people, can run at the first time in a very impressive time. It always, this is a game you cannot cheat.
Okay,
and how much time you put in, the result shows.
But if you run this well, so that means every day you have to pay extremely details to your diet or whatever?
Not really.
For diet, yes, if you want to improve your performance, it's better, right? Eat something more nutrition-wise, it's better, yes. But we don't pay much attention.
Sugar, a lot of.
No, we eat a lot of carbohydrate as well.
Okay.
Because you have to. Okay. Yeah. Because we run, for example, last week around 90 kilometers. Yeah. So we eat. Basically, we try to cut some very fat, like pork, like double cooked meat, like meat, something like that. Yeah. But the other stuff like rice, those carbohydrates we eat as
a lot
usual.
of people right now, I don't know, in our small circle, they say like they prefer eat more like fat instead of carbon thing.
I don't
it's
know.
Not true.
I don't. It's it's not for me to say true or not. But I'm a big eater. I want one of the reasons keep me running, keep me chilling is so that I can eat whatever I want.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's one of the motivation keep me running.
You can burn everything. You can burn
Exactly.
everything.
But it's better. You keep
not Coke. Not drinking Coke.
No, I do.
No,
I do.
drink Coke too?
A lot.
Really?
So it's better keep balance, which means it's better you not eat like purely fat, or you not eat purely like Coke, right? Just drink Coke every day, no. Right, but
balance, right?
It's about balance.
But giving our the volume of our chilling, I think we can burn everything.
Yeah,
you can, but it's better you keep nutrition-wise. It's balanced. Right?
He's more careful than me. He always control my diet.
My wife enjoying the dishes, right? But normally I cooked, so I am the chef in my home. So
I think you can practice Buddhism. You're more Zen. His Arden is more Zen, like the Buddhism, like calm. No,
it's not. I don't see him any
more
Zen.
disciplined. I'm saying like more. Disciplined.
That is true. That is true. If you're main.
If you want to,
you want to live forever.
For 300 years, we still have a limit.
Infinity, right? That's just joke, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's doable with the technology.
But
replace your part. Okay, your liver is not good. Okay, let's replace it.
It's coming true.
But our target is 300 years. Right?
And that's very ambitious.
So we're still young.
We're still young, yes. So I told my wife, according to like 3 years, we are teenager right now.
Yeah, 300 years.
I guess like right now, actually technology is crazy. Elon Musk, they have the Neuralink.
Yes, I'm following that.
Yeah, Neuralink, they put a little thing.
I saw there's a demo.
Yeah, already with the
some,
monkey, right? Monkey. With the monkey to play the game.
That's
I saw that too.
A little bit of crazy idea, but the result is I cannot imagine before.
Yeah, if they fix your brain, they fix like other like organs. I think you can live forever. You live really long time.
It's very possible. I'm a big fan of that.
It's you can really live.
Yeah.
Then we will have issue with the population. Like okay, you cannot have kids because otherwise people don't die. Too many.
That's
people.
Another problem. But we'll get there. We'll cross the bridge when we get there.
Because I'm a big fan of Elon Musk as well, so I follow the SpaceX, Tesla, all this like Starship, all the kind of the launches for Starship. I watch live.
Yes.
Yeah.
My husband too.
Yeah.
I watch live.
He has a lot of I have to say new idea. Right? So something already done in this way.
Yeah.
He want to just break the ceiling. I have different new stuff. So when you have the new stuff, you push the whole society move forward.
I think he's alien.
Yeah, he's alien. Yeah.
I still believe there's something we cannot explain by and like the pyramids in Egypt, right? And Elon Musk is certainly alien.
No. I don't believe that.
Because he really he tried to find a new way to do anything. Like anything, he invent new ways to do things to improve the rocket business. It's just reusable. The reusability is just totally revolutionize everything.
That's why their cost, I think, right?
The cost is really
lunch,
yeah.
once I think much cheaper than others, right? Because before nobody think I can try to reuse it.
Exactly. So the new one they're doing the Starship, right? That's even crazier. It's like 100% reusable. Like
And that is also huge.
It's commercialized and offered to the general population, and it's much cheaper than
everything goes down to the cost.
because it's very cost effective.
But it's not all the success, right? It's come with the cost. They already tried many times and before it failed, right?
It failed several times.
Failed a lot of times, but eventually they keep doing. Then now they're like a rock to send the international space. It's very safe now,
very
right?
safe, like,
very stable.
Like,
every time it's like more like a bus, right?
It's like a programming. It's if you do it once, you do it 100 times the same way.
Yes. But the Starship is a new one. That's why they still try. When they try it, it's failed a lot of times so far.
Yeah, we saw the SM-15. That was the last one was successfully landing, right? That's amazing. You look at the footage, like SM-15. That's crazy. It's like a big chunk of that huge rocket that can land. Okay, actually.
So you guys have a lot of income.
I am a big Elon Musk fan. I follow everything here.
I think
I only follow his scandal. Like, has he changed a girlfriend?
No, it's not scandal. It's for
I'm more care about his personal life, gossipy side.
Because the last one, I think for the
now he broke up with his girlfriend.
The last one. What is the name?
He's
Canadian, right? Not Canadian. It's a singer.
She's a singer, he's a Canadian.
It's Canadian too. Oh yeah, she's
Elon
Canadian.
Musk himself, he's a Canadian.
But I normally ignore those parts, gossipy.
It's not affecting him negatively at all. So people just
that's why he's an alien.
It's nobody.
He's not like the owner of Amazon, right?
When they divorced, nobody even pay attention. Nobody even saying anything bad about them. That's
just his
because there's a lot of
more important issues in his life.
That's why the people look at those stuff, right?
No,
if you only have
I pay attention to the scandal.
Different people.
It's not scandal. It's just
gossip.
It's just
colorful side of his personal life.
It's part of his life.
And he always said more kids better, right? He always said like he has already 6 kids already. He has 6.
How many? I lost count.
5 with
his
the first
wife,
and then the one with
he's a rich guy, right? I think he can afford, right? So many kids, but
I guess for them, marriage divorce is not an issue at all because they just live by their interest, their own. They don't have a financial concern. For them, it's like we are friends, and we're friends. We get married, and we're not friends or something. We get divorced, so it's.
I don't know. It's hard to imagine. I'm not in his shoes.
But for normal people, if you want to fit like 6 kids, you have to work very hard.
And he has own the school for his kids. He has own school, teach the different curriculum, totally different. The science, everything, totally different.
Now he's talking about actually build up a brand new university.
Oh yeah, it's a joke maybe.
No, Texas. He's talking about that. And I think
guess Texas Institute of Technology and Science,
right?
Yes, it's more like MIT now become like a TIT.
No, they said the joke is like the initials is like tits. Seriously, the people. That's why it says like it could be a joke. It could be a joke or something.
But I hope he can really put the money to the education. That's good for everyone.
Texas already big state for technology already.
Because they already moved the headquarters in Texas, and they need those talented people, right? For his manufacturing, big factory there.
Sorry, I forgot to order food. Let me
finally.
Let me see. Let me do some. What do you want to eat?
Oh wow! Anything you recommend?
You eat, we eat. Like you jump, we jump.
非常可以吗？
anything.
Settings.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yeah, no problem. This is normally this is dishes Arden does not allow me to eat, but no, that's okay. I'm happy. I'm happy because
my wife will be happy.
Okay,
Yes.
I will eat more. Like,
But happy wife, happy life. So sometimes I give up.
that you are smart, you are a wise person. Never argue with. This morning I was, because the waitress came late because my wife told her to come 11:30. I told her to come 11, so
Okay.
that's why the delay. And then I called my wife. She was upset. She was saying, "Why do you want to try to blame me?"
for such a small problem.
Exactly.
Why?
I regret right away. I made a
Call
mistake.
your wife right now.
To apologize.
That's the thing. I always learn to improve.
How many kids you have?
Only one.
Oh, okay.
Because
It's,
the family is very difficult to deal with the wife, like how to not upset your wife or
no,
like your
I'm so
spouse.
easy,
Yeah.
right?
No,
I'm
it's
so easy to please.
between wife and husband. The relationship is very, very hard because you are so close, like a friend. Then you would say anything like very casual, and then you're not paying attention to, not talking. If you talk to a stranger or like okay friends, you will be more,
careful and polite.
Exactly.
That's why you need a wife for, right?
Yeah.
You need a partner
I
lose up.
I think that if you have a good relationship with wife, normally suppose to talk anything, nothing to hide.
But in
I
my case, she's mad for like 1,000 times already. But I try to make it less frequent.
Hey.
less.
Does your wife watch this?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
All right.
But it's,
I hope she's not catching this part.
No, it's okay because I know I make her upset, and then I try to like learn
Please
the lesson.
her, right?
To try to make it how to talk maybe more politically.
I think that's normal, right?
Yeah, it's very normal. It's family. But
all the couple
until you break up.
all the couple, I think they have been fight somehow, right? Just degree wise.
Yeah.
So we have been fight sometime, argument, right? Unless you just talk to one stranger on the street, maybe polite, you never fight, right? But when you work with,
I always fight.
live with
That's
someone like 20 years.
Mainly it's my problem. I try to be wise, but sometimes always sleep, It's like, why did I say that? And then like there's a fight, and then after that I try next time I wouldn't make this mistake.
Yeah, I think that's part of life, unless you can recover it. And
I guess each family has their own way.
Yeah, it's not easy. The human connection is very, very. The relationship is very, very tricky. Very, very tricky.
At least I feel easy with you.
I don't feel so.
Maybe you are. That's why in the programmers, we have a WeChat group, right? We have a programmers group. It's 程序员群. Because like a lot of people we talk in the group, we always argue with a lot of opinions and some here or there.
That's not just for program group, for every group.
Yeah. I mean, different people have different opinions, right? That's normal. But personally, I think if you don't attach,
once a while they will bring up your story. Once a while, that's why I say Arden is kind of famous in the programmers.
For what? Famous for what?
I don't know. Maybe 3-4 years ago, you left the group maybe 3 or 4 years ago, right? Or even you were there before, right?
Yeah.
So he was kind of famous because some people admired him or something. But I don't know the reason he left the group. But he was kind of famous. Even yesterday or once a while, every week or every month, somebody gonna let's kind of miss Arden. Seriously?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know you are popular.
I think
maybe controversial.
I think one reason because I'm the people, so
you speak your mind sometimes.
Sometimes I have.
He's very.
I speak out my own
honest
opinion.
person.
Exactly.
So I have my own opinion. It's not like someone just hide in the group, never talk. Yes. So if I have.
That's why I like you guys because. Once several days ago, I reached out to Lei, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, like, do you want to be on the program? She said yes right away because a lot of other people, the people in
as long as I'm allowed to bring him.
that's totally cool because other people, they don't want to talking from camera. If I ask anybody, I did ask people in the 500 people group, WeChat group. Nobody said yes except the Zhubing. Nobody said yes because people they did not want to talk in publicly.
No.
That's the quality of people they like you guys. We
different personality, I guess.
I think it's
really
like
good.
this, right? So when we talk about anything, yes, when you talk something, maybe more wider audience, not everyone will like that, right? So some people will like it, some people will not like it for sure. So I think some people they just don't want to take the risk. Some people maybe don't like it.
And nothing wrong about that, right?
Yeah, just like the way the people dealing with some people they don't like them, right?
So what's your point? There's nothing wrong about that.
Yeah, just different choice.
And also the reason I brought up the group is like people are really admire Arden a lot, and also you guys run a lot, and then not so many people can do the marathon like you guys do. And
I think because we are in the running community, so I think everyone can do that. But you have to pay the price.
Yeah, exactly.
To train
you have
right?
to be
so
really
if you don't train
persistent.
If you don't spend the time to train yourself, you just join the race. Maybe you are going to kill yourself, right? So that's not the way
It's like
to do it.
everything else. It's just one of our hobbies.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you guys chose that, and then you're happy with it, have fun with it. That's
other people too. Like you like play soccer, and you continue doing that. For that I admire you. So just.
I'm not doing the well.
Well, we're not doing
I guess
well
even today, Arden can beat me right now. I guess right now.
The important things, right? We're not professional, right? So
even for us, we are amateur runners. So it's just for fun.
It's for fun. So I think the reason we run a lot because I like the feeling, especially when you join the race. I run side by side with my wife.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I like it.
Yeah, and also like the way you guys doing all this like traveling, doing all things, like remind people, like it remind us like 神雕侠侣,
I like that.
Yeah, I always say it's like 神雕侠侣. I know you like 10 years, like it's always in my. I have a lot of Chinese friends here, a lot of them, but you guys really unique,
Thank you.
Really
flattered.
Yeah, exactly. You live the life you want. It's really amazing.
We're trying.
Yeah, especially the 神雕侠侣杨过小龙女. It's a.
I saw 神雕侠侣杨过小龙女吗?
Yeah. 杨过小龙女.
Such
Yeah, but my wife is not such old comparison.
No.
Because they look extremely young.
You know what's the explanation of the 神雕侠侣 in our running club? I am the I am the
小龙女。
小龙女. He's the 雕. He's the
the big bird.
He's a big bird.
Big bird, yeah. Because they compare the outside, right? My wife more like beautiful. That's why. So so I'm the 雕. Yes. Big bird. Yes.
That's great. Let me find another one. Take another one.
I know you have all the comments for each of your dishes, so that's why today I would rather you to decide what to present to us. So surprise us.
Yeah, it's difficult. To be honest, sometimes I look at my menu. We have a smaller menu. If like you see.
Seriously, do you eat here every day?
During the pandemic, yes, I have no choice. We have a lunch break for staff. It's between 3 and 4 in the afternoon. So I eat every day here because I work here 7 days. I don't have choice. But I always eat broccoli in garlic sauce. Try to be healthy.
All right.
Okay.
But the problem, I eat too many snacks and bubble tea.
Me too. I'm a lover of bubble tea.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's like, but when I have a lot of bubble tea or the snacks or the things.
How many bubble tea like daily?
No. I don't. I average less than 1 bubble tea.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't drink bubble tea every day. I want to be more disciplined because that's why for the lunch break, our staff lunch, I always eat broccoli. Only broccoli and save little bit unhealthy food like here or
like
there.
A quota every day.
Yeah. Maybe today I don't have bubble tea. Next day I have bubble tea.
All right.
And also I go to like breakfast places like a la Montcoco or
Yeah,
the
that's the place we
we go almost every weekend with my daughter.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I save some stomach for that kind of stuff.
Your daughter is 10 already,
She's
right?
8, almost 9, almost
Okay.
9.
So
Nice.
last time when I was at your house, she was just born.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
born. Yeah, that's 9 years ago, 8 years ago.
I haven't seen her for so many
she's
years
crazy.
already.
It's really growing up. I guess when she was 2 years old, I started bring her to a restaurant, breakfast restaurants. So try to train her the table manners. When she was
She keep it at home, table manners.
no, she was like crawling under the table everywhere. Like I want to sit up or something. Like even before she was 2, I believe she was little baby. I carried her to the breakfast restaurants. We kept going every week, especially except the pandemic.
Does she
time.
eat here?
Sometimes like she likes General chicken too. Like
You should make a session for that and show her to present the chicken town. Maybe will boost your business.
Actually, I never post any on the social media for family or the kids. That's my thing.
Okay.
People, like a lot of my friends, they post pictures with kids. Never for me. I kind of I've been on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook, I've been using Facebook more than 10 years, I believe.
So the audience on Facebook still think you're single, right? Because of that.
No, I always actually the Facebook used 10 years ago. The Facebook I was partying with, meeting a lot of friends with my wife and other friends. I met a lot of friends on Facebook before.
Yeah,
before
I always post a lot of my wife, her picture. So just some people consider I'm the lady, but after a while they realize just like one guy post his wife a lot.
Do you eat a lot for this? If you eat,
I'm just regularly in terms of volume. We are regularly eating.
Okay.
So it's just a regular lunch. Don't waste the food.
Okay.
Don't.
Exactly.
I think 3 dishes plus the soup should be enough.
Because
we are 3.
I weigh myself every morning. So the 13, I guess the last episode I did not eat anything with the guest, just guest eating. Because that morning I weighed too much.
But today
was okay.
That's why it's called eat with the owner, right? If the owner does not eat, what's the point?
Because really scared because every morning sometimes like I guess 70 kilo 69 138 138 斤 yeah, not pounds.
Okay, that's normal.
For me, my height probably should be 130.
That's your ideal weight.
Yeah, I think a little bit less.
Okay.
Yeah, but I always when you are overweight, they say you're big bone. Bone's too heavy.
Yeah, we are much lighter. I think one we are.
Yeah, you are runner. Yeah.
But I think it's very physically demanding, this job, right? Because you have to run a lot.
Yeah, stairs also even.
Yeah, so it's a good exercise for you.
Okay, the camera will keep rolling, and because I don't edit or cut, so it will. But I'm gonna run downstairs to give this to.
All right, so we need to keep speaking English.
We're going to dancing in front of the camera.
Yeah. Don't do anything silly. Okay, we'll be back really soon.
All right.你干嘛？这干净的。
When you talk a lot, you need to drink. Now let's check the device.
这个是啥？
3.4 gigahertz wireless microphone. Yeah, this one looks pretty fancy.
So the chef is here.
Yeah.
Start what time?
We always start at 11.
The chef will be here 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our problem, we say our business time 11, but all our staff will come at 11. So if the first customer
have to wait.
Yeah, comes at 11. So probably gonna wait for 20 minutes for the food to be ready.
And nobody wants to be wait, right?
Yeah, it's
So same like last time we were in like a month ago we were in London.
yeah.
And we went to Chinatown,
Yeah,
and
yes.
we want to try the dancing over there.
Okay.
And all the restaurants, same thing, start from the 11,
Yeah.
but by starting from the
Yes.
11, meaning they're
Start-
open the door.
Yeah, exactly.
The staff start coming.
Yeah.
So we were wandering the whole Chinatown again and again, and only one restaurant,
Open half hour.
yeah, half hour
Leave it.
earlier, so they took our business.
Yeah, but actually that restaurant is smart.
Yeah.
Half hours early,
Yeah.
which
They
means
charge a little bit.
the first bench,
Yeah.
a lot of people go there because the other restaurant haven't opened yet.
Because it's a
Yeah.
tourist
Yeah.
attraction over there, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of tourists over there and waiting for food.
Yeah.
That restaurant, for that reason, they charge prime for that. So that's good. That's very
But in
smart.
for the pandemic, for our business right now, it's really a tough position for restaurant business during the pandemic. So for us, we cannot find more people working. So right now, at night we close at 9 o'clock. So the last order to the kitchen will be at 9 o'clock. So we
Alright.
close really early. So we only 11 to 9, and also in the middle we have 1 hour break. So we work less hours. We open less hours. We don't have choices. Otherwise, everybody going to be tired.
But how about the business right now? And it's Saturday today.
Yeah.
I don't see many customers here.
Not at all. For the lunch, we never, even before the pandemic, our restaurant is never for a lunch place because we don't
How
have
about
lunch.
weekday?
Week-
Weekday should be better, right?
It's
on
only
time.
night. We are for the evenings, for the dinner. Not for the lunch is like because we don't have a special price for the lunch. So like the lunch you can in the downtown area you can always
Okay.
find a
Yes.
cheap
Yeah. For a lot of people walking.
Yeah, it's very fast and cheap and with low price.
Why you not do that?
Somehow we need to have the profit margin, whatever, and then we need time to prepare the food. So instead of rushing orders, we chose to do a little bit less orders
Alright.
to make it at the
To guarantee
natural
the quality,
yeah.
right?
And even this morning we were not happy with the floor. You say the floor is not so clean.
No, it's not happy. It's a friendly suggestion.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
But for me, like
So we are not an inspector.
yeah.
So we are friends.
But it's okay because I chose because as a business owner, you need to find a balance to
That's
run
right.
because at the end of the day the numbers matter.
That's
Everything
right.
about numbers.
Yeah.
You can always find a lot of things to improve, a lot of areas to improve to make it much better. But all these efforts, there's a number behind it.
Priority.
Yeah.
And you know the priority.
Yeah, yeah.
I just give you the
It's very, very hard.
Yeah. You have to
Yes.
because you have limited money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you put
Yeah.
can improve the money usage efficiency, right? Where you put those money can bring more revenue. Maybe you have to make those judgments
Yeah,
as an owner, right?
Especially during this pandemic, we have deliveries, and a lot of times like Friday evening, Saturday evening, we always turn off those platforms. We have to turn off because if we do any orders like that, we're not making money. For making very little the profit margin, the gross profit is very low because they charge 30% or 25% of the
Oh,
sales.
wow. Okay.
So I have to choose, like with the limited resources, the staff, the people working, and how can we make like a better use, like profit margin to make the business survive. It's a very, very tricky situation. Is like we have a lot of orders. If you want to make orders like on the Uber Eats or something, we have a lot of orders, but sometimes we have to turn off because we don't have people to make them.
I
Make
know.
the
I think it's
How many years
it's
you
quite-
have been in this restaurant business?
Almost 8 years.
8 years.
I always
you
said
still
it's-
survived.
Yeah, I always said it's my mistake. It's like I was working IT for a lot of years. I had worked as a network engineer. I was laid off end of April last year, 2020, during the pandemic.
But why you choose to be restaurant business? Because it's very time consuming.
Exactly. So that's why it's a bad choice.
But even you're laid off, it's normal, right? People are being laid off, and Why not just continue find another IT job?
I was network engineer. Right now, everything on the cloud. So the overall demand for it reduced maybe 1/10 of the original positions.
Yeah, I think the same thing as some.
If I were a programmer, I would be a lot easier.
Yeah, I think some people they as some like network or server administrator as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, because before I think a lot of companies they have their own data center, they maintain their own.
Exactly.
But now they move to the cloud. So only like those big company, maybe they still need an administrator. Yeah.
Yeah, we call it in-house server rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, we like the company I worked for 12 years. Like we had our own server room, but then over time we moved a lot of servers on the Azure or the AWS, Amazon. So like more and more servers will be deployed on the cloud. So less servers in our own data center server room. So the firewall protection, the DMZ things like less and less. So and they call security group on the AWS. Those security groups very easy to configure. It's for one guy can do both server security and network security. So me and over time,
I think
so it's evolution of the technology, and that's a phase out of some jobs.
Yeah, maybe Microsoft and like Amazon, they are going to hiring a little bit more people. Yeah. But overall, for those, I think
well, maybe 1/10. The positions going to be reduced 1/10 of or maybe even less. It's I was in the university. I learned computer science. But I did not do the program. If I was
me too.
Yeah. Computer science?
Yes, we're classmates in university. Huh? Yes, well, that's how we met.
Yes.
Which university do you?
The famous one.
Which one?
UESTC.
UESTC, University of Technology, Science. In Chinese, 电子科大.
Really?
It's called. We were
电子科技大学.
电子科技大学, you know that, right? And the UESTC.
But the English name sucks. It's so long.
And nobody will recognize.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually very famous. I'm so proud.
Look, this one.
That's your university, right?
Look, 2001 and 2021. So this year, 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I graduated 20 years.
All right. So you're younger than us.
Yeah, if you graduate like 2001.
You're much younger than us.
You are 1997.
And we graduated 1995, so do the math.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't tell the age. We don't. Yeah. So that's amazing. You guys even my year was the last year. Last year they had a mass increase for the university enrollment. So after that, my wife is 1 year later than me. Okay. So that year they increased 30%, I believe. To the university, 30% or 20%.
Yeah.
So that time, I entered the university at 1997. From 1998, they increased 20% almost every year.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. So we were lucky.
Yeah, before it's tough.
Yeah, very tough to go to.
The competition was tough, but once you get in, everything was paid off by the government.
Yeah.
So.
But you are from the same class? Or the same class?
Same class.
Yes.
That's we kind of. That's your problem. Normally, you don't marry a.
No, in this is a technology university, right?
Yeah.
I remember we were 13 in the class. Only
30.
30.
Yeah, 30 in the class.
30 in the class.
How many girls?
6.
Ah.
So we were very precious resources. Everyone is fighting for.
Yes,
and he's a winner.
The competition is very high.
Actually, our Tianjin University, at the time we are totally 28 in our class, 6 girls as well.
Okay.
6. But we don't look for girls inside our university.
Why?
We go to Nankai University, a lot of girls.
Oh, I guess they're lazy.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a university.
Just for the convenience.
Yeah. Because like Tianjin University and Nankai University, the campus together. We have a wall.
Okay.
Like we have
close those two schools?
No, they're just next to each other.
Oh,
There's a street called Tiannanjie. Tianjin, Nankai, Tiannanjie.
Oh,
So they just ride bicycle through. It's just like a huge gate between the wall between the two campus.
You know-
That's the reason, because the Sichuan University is not so close to our university, right?
Yeah.
That's-
No, I guess it's an excuse.
Yeah.
He just lazy, or another guy just lazy. You know, we have a different program, right? We are engineering, computer science. We have less girls over there, but
Much
we also have the English major.
Yeah, English major.
And
there.
they are so lazy.
Yeah.
So English major is the same campus. They don't even bother to go out to date other girls. So it's just a convenience. I
No,
guess.
for me, it's not lazy because when I saw my wife, I think, I will marry her.
Yeah, that's really nice. My wife is from Nankai University.
All right,
So,
across the wall.
Yeah,
across the wall,
yeah,
right?
across the wall. And then that time we had the BBS. So the BBS, the forum thing. The BBS, they always like Nankai University. It's a 文理科大学.
All right.
文理大学, so they have a lot of girls. I guess more than 60-70% them are girls.
All right.
And for us, it's 工科大学.
okay.
So more like technology, engineering. So
Engineering.
for us, like 80% guys, or like more than.
That's a good match.
I think the same situation in like UESTC.
Yeah.
I know some UESTC certain major. One of my friends in his class 0. So the girl is 0. So
Like
It's
what?
kind of we call it desert.
yeah.
It's kind of a desert.
What's the major? Mining?
Mining
No.
or machinery.
No. We don't have mining, but there's like I remember there's one. They do some.
And maybe another major, all girls.
Yeah.
Like
their area is like some laser stuff.
If it's English literature, like maybe one class only 2 guys,
Yeah.
2 boys. Like they are the precious ones.
Yeah, like lovers.
But they are
Yes,
like
in
the-
China, right?
But people look down them because they say they are girly.
No, I think they just don't understand how the guys are so
No, they say-
privileged in their class.
No, they say they are weirdos. They're strange because all this I guess.
Maybe
problem-
that was back many years ago. Now the society is more open.
I think that before, right? Like a lot
They have
of
issues finding girlfriends too. Like the people in the
Even that?
Yeah,
How?
even that time because all the girls because that majority, the dominant force, all the girls they just look down the 2 guys, 2 boys in the
Right.
class, so they all
And
go to
then-
different school to find a boyfriend.
Cross the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, my wife, I guess.
So your wife thinks you're more manly than the
At least
weirdos in their her class.
it's especially Tianjin University, lot of guys, lot of.
Alright.
Okay.
It's cross-campus dating was very common because we have the BBF thing.
Okay.
Our BBS very popular. That time, 1920, 2000, around 2000, year 2000. So everybody doing the BBS.
Yes, but you should convert the BBS to the Facebook, right?
Yeah, we'll be famous.
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah.
super rich.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
time the BBS was huge. Every university, they have their own BBS.
That's the same thing, right? Like the Facebook,
Yeah.
right?
But
before
our
it's
BBS
like-
so
like-
famous. Our BBS attract a lot of girls from Nankai University to join our BBS.
We didn't have that.
Yeah,
back
a little bit too early.
Alright, too
If you wait 2 years, 1 year or 2, the internet was starting like 1998, 1999 was
Yeah,
very
I graduated
common. Yeah.
1997.
Yeah, exactly. Wait 1
At
or
that
2 years.
time, we have internet.
We do.
Yeah.
But
But you play 大航海, right? You play
no.
even not 大
Have
航
to dial on the
Yeah,
internet.
No. And the very beginning, the first time I saw the internet, okay, it's in the computer is owned by the teacher, and also it's not like
You mean
DOS,
Facebook?
the best school, yes. So it's running on some maybe Sonoris, some Linux,
Unix,
high-end computer.
Yeah, we have a computer room, like a lot of computers, like that. Do you remember the type to practice typing is called TT, typing TT?
No. When you saw a lot of computer,
Yeah.
that's the PC.
Yeah.
But I saw the internet the first time. It's not PC.
It's a small computer. They call small computer.
Yeah,
No, that's
they
小
call
型机,
小型机.
Yeah, small computer.
No,
That's
they call workstation at that time.
Workstation.
And
workstation.
they have the even it's not like Windows stores. It's some certain Solaris system, and I saw some people. Then I said, "What are you doing?" Right? They said, "Oh, this one connect a lot of outside computer, and I can get some information." They show me maybe that is a Netscape.
And then you type first version the text. You type something, showed up another computer, right? You type something, showed up another. It's like texting.
They borrow some stuff, but at that time it's in English because at that time maybe we don't have so many websites. So they check some maybe article from other outside school.
I totally forgot. I don't even know how I graduated.
In the 2000, in the 1999 or 2000, we even have the exam certificate called IBM server, IBM Unix server. Everybody cheated. Like as long as you pay some registration fee, you go to the server room and you do some online exam, and you get the certificate for the IBM server. Seriously, Unix server. They give us the test beforehand, so we remember the result, and then we go to the online. There's a test online globally. Actually, kind of, I guess the computer download the program, the test, connect to the internet, and then we did we do the test online, and then everybody gets certificate for the IBM server. But we knew nothing. I knew nothing about the Unix that time.
But now the same nobody uses like those Unix anymore. Right?
Yeah.
So,
but it helped for the
Linux it's open source. So now I think almost
No,
I'll use that one.
Yeah. Maybe on the internet, maybe 90. I don't know. Maybe at least maybe 90% server use Linux.
But you're a computer major at that time, like you will be really expert on this technology thing right now. You guys have really amazing job, I think, because you still do the computer thing.
No, I never.
Really?
After graduated, I was in IT industry for many years, but I was always in marketing department.
Oh, you're marketing now?
Yeah, well, always marketing, and because I realized I'm not a machine person. I'm more people person. That's why I worked for many big companies like Huawei.
Oh, you work for Huawei? My first job is Huawei too.
That's my second job. My first job was actually the construction back of China, and I was hired as a program. And I was there for 1 year, and all I did was organize event, organize the supplier event, like at the time I was more like event planner of my organization.
I guess that's why their online banking sucks.
I
hired as a programmer, but you did nothing about programming.
Maybe my fault, but my job was to. It's more like a relationship manager to make sure the supply chain always runs smoothly. So I did very good job over there. And then I jumped to Huawei.
What year you were in Huawei?
1999.
That's 2 years earlier than me. 1999. What year did you leave?
End of 1999.
Just 1 year within the same year?
Less than, I think, almost 10 months.
I guess if you have stayed, and you will be a millionaire at least.
I didn't like, because I didn't agree the Huawei culture.
It's a wolf culture.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
There's other major reason. Okay, because at that time, I was in Chengdu. My wife went to the
Shenzhen, yeah.
And so I have to make decision. I can join maybe Huawei to
yeah, we have Huawei in Chengdu as well that time. Big
I
office.
was in headquarters because my job was international bidding office.
We always want to stay together.
You will be my colleague that time. I was the overseas technical support team. Always deal with you guys.
International bidding office.
Yeah, I worked. All the business trips was overseas. So you guys did is bidding with lot, and you overpromise a lot of things, like a lot of features.
Actually, at the time, my job was setting up the policy for international project bidding.
Okay.
So, but that's before Huawei's business
Everywhere.
took off globally.
And they always say we have this feature, we have this feature. Then we go to the customer side. Sorry, we don't have this. We don't have this. We'll be like, every time like.
That's so normal, not just Huawei, for any company.
Any company they oversell.
And for any company after that, because my job was always in the marketing side or sales side. IBM, I was telesales over there. And so always I'm dealing with the technical engineer and backing office.
But you never programmed.
Only 1 year. Only the very first 1 year when I was in. But after that, I gave up.
Yeah, that's why my wife, I think, created much less bug. Yes, in his whole life. Yeah, because only.
What year you left? So you quit the same year, 10 months. But after that, where did you go? Or
I went to
in China as well.
I went to Beijing. Yeah, I went to Beijing because my husband he was assigned a project at the time. He was working for Motorola.
So was a big company that time. Was so. We call it foreign companies. Like people really like working for them. Like high salary, everything.
Yeah, he had a good time. He had
Motorola.
Yes.
Did you ruin Motorola?
Because he left. That's why Motorola went down.
Motorola was big time. Remember
according to the timeline,
the cell phone was really cool.
He was part of that. He did.
According to the timeline, after I left, they didn't do very well. Right? So that's maybe some coincidence there.
So back to our timeline. He was assigned a project and working in Beijing. Okay. So I quit Huawei. Then I went to Beijing to follow him.
You married already that time?
We married married right after school.
Really?
Yes, because
that's so soon.
Yes. And then we. When we work for Motorola at that moment, I'm not for the cell phone, right? Cell phone, everybody know it, right? I'm more like the
system.
The system, yes. So the base station,
that time Beijing, you have a red flag. 红旗 Linux. Why didn't you work for red flag? It's more patriotic.
Better. Motorola pays the benefit everything. When he was working in Beijing, we stayed in the 4-star hotel for almost
half
a year.
That's luxury.
Yeah, at the time the benefit was so
the 99. How much do you mind? How much money the salary? 10,000 RMB.
A little bit less. Close. I think it was after tax deduction everything.
99. Yeah.
It was. Close to 8,000 something,
that's
but
crazy.
That's all the after tax and deduction, and they put a portion of the money to the
stock or
not the stock.
Oh, the 公积金.
The like our RSP plan.
Right? I remember. Maybe
that's a lot of.
20,
and the best part is we stay in the hotel.
I think at that time they put 20%. To the house,
house fund,
and then they match 20%.
Wow, that's crazy. That's why that time around 2000, everybody said that we go to foreign companies in China.
But I think Motorola is especially famous in Tianjin because I heard the Motorola.
The headquarters in China in Tianjin, though.
Yeah, not just that. The benefit was good enough. They actually. Distribute the house to their employee. Is that true?
Yeah.
You're from there, Tianjin. You never know.
Let's happen at the very beginning, right? At that time, the state owned or the government, right? If you're working for the Chinese,
you have the benefit to
normally
get
you can the
cheap house.
The company or the government they give you the house,
right?
And then. When Motorola come to China and they try to attract talented people, right? They consider we should match the benefits, right? at the very beginning, they also do that.
Yeah.
So, which means you working for
I saw
certain
you know
years.
because you were from Tianjin.
No, in the Tianjin 2001, I graduated that year. Huawei gave us 5,500 RMB before tax. That's already a lot of money. But your money up 99, 2 years is doubled. That's crazy. That's for the graduates like they always.
But at the time, he was not a graduate anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Because we were
2 or 3 years to experience. Or
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years.
He graduated in 1995.
Yeah. 4
And
years.
I stayed in school for 2 more years for my second degree.
Yeah. So that's very, very high salary.
Wow. What is that?
It's 东北大拉皮, the noodle salad.
Is that the peanut butter?
No, it's the sesame paste.
Oh, okay.
It's more like rice.
The sweet
Rice noodle.
So what's
potato
the,
noodle.
what's the
Potato.
style of your cuisine here? Is that
It's
Sichuan?
Sichuan and the northern.
North?
Yeah, Dong-
This is north.
This is
Yeah,
most definitely. Yes.
Mm.
If it's Sichuan, you say like the chili oil, right?
We in 2001 the last even in the campus the big company come to the campus to sign contract with the students.
Campus recruiting.
Yeah, recruiting. So that time the best we were told was 7,000 a month was from a French company.
But if you have to compare, at the time his salary was experienced engineer.
Yeah.
Because he has been through so many small companies. Actually, his first job was agriculture back of China. Nice.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
This one should be I don't eat this often, but it's really good.
Yeah, I don't eat. My husband allow me to eat like 1 or 2 times a year.
This one is better, I guess.
Yeah. I think put it in the middle, otherwise, yeah. Especially just face the camera. Yeah, let's try it. Which one?
So this is a Sichuan style, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We go Chinese style. We pick up directly. We use the shared one.
Yeah, we always use the shared this kind of a serving spoon thing.
Okay.
Always like this. It's okay. Doesn't matter.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Because
Doesn't matter.
we're often going
For-
eating with our friend or just 2 of us.
Yeah.
So,
For
alright.
me, it's okay. I even have sound when I eat. Yeah.
A lot of time when I go with some friends,
Yeah.
very often we just pick up directly.
Yeah, it's okay. And also, when I was traveling to in UK for the support, one of my old colleagues, like we support a project, right? We kind of go to London for a project for several months.
Oh,
like we
really?
implement. So
Okay.
some colleagues there already for marketing, sales, as they were there. Like she was a little bit older than me, and she was really good at English. She spent a lot of time overseas, so her English was pretty good. So we went to McDonald's, whatever. She brought us, like a lunch or something. I was eating loud, and and she was telling me like, you eat too loud, and then it's not very polite. You need to pay attention to, we are in.
What kind of restaurant did she take you to? If
No,
it's Chinese restaurant, that's okay. Nobody complains.
No, it's kind of. I guess that occasion is McDonald's. Yeah, like it's like the colleagues sometimes remind you, it's table etiquette. Etiquette is table manners, like
Louder than this?
I chew a lot. I chew loudly a lot of time. Especially I enjoy the food. I forgot about the table manners etiquette.
I
I think it's nothing about the table matters. If it's just drooling, that's unless you go very high end restaurant like the one we got Michelin restaurant and nobody's there. So everything has been amplified. But if it's restaurant, that's actually a complimentary for the.
It's really so. She reminded me, but that time I was super young. I was, I guess, 24 years old, 25 years old when I was in London, and I was a little bit offended. Like I thought.
I would be offended too.
I was thinking, we Chinese people eat this way for a long time. Like, why do you need to pay attention to Western people? Sometimes like that, right? Like,
I think it's normal volume, right? If it's the same, that's why I'm asking you. Was that the same volume like we're eating right now?
Probably a little bit louder than this because over the years I'm trained already. even my daughter, like when we eat at home. My daughter, like, sometimes she will remind you. She's 6 or 7. That time she said, "Daddy, you don't eat loud. Like it's normal." Yeah.
Okay, if you already has been trained for many years and become this is normal.
Yeah.
But
I think it's kind of, how far you want to go, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to go extremely far, right? Maybe you are not going to feel so comfortable, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's, if like normal matters,
that will be enough. We're on the street,
enough.
so you can tell the kitchen. Stop.
That's all we have.
That's where you are. Okay, good.
And because that time, like I guess around 2000, 2003, 2004, like every time before we travel overseas, we always have the booklet or something to have a guide to see the different countries, their customs, and the etiquette, the manners. Sometimes we want to be more, look more civilized, more like polite or something. We have little bit guide.
That's exaggerate.
We did have that. We did have that for the little training before we.
No, I never had that.
No, because we are customer oriented. So we need to treat customers with sometimes. For example, first overseas trip I was to going to Cairo, Egypt. I was in Egypt for 6 months. So they need to say, they are Muslim. They are their customs. Yeah. Something you need pay attention. Their custom. They don't drink alcohol. Like something like
that makes sense.
There's some kind of training. That time very sometimes I like eating loud or somehow talking loudly. That's not part of that, but sometimes your colleague will remind like that lady reminded me. But that time I was a little bit offended. I was a little bit mad.
maybe you are really loud.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, really loud. I think so.
Right now, to me, you are so normal.
Yeah. It's fun. Like you are young people that time. I was super young, and then I felt like why you need to remind me like
I think that's normal. That's normal. And we haven't traveled in the Middle East, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's the only place
we should try.
Haven't been to.
Because
I was in Egypt like 2002, between 2002 and 2003.
That was before the war of Egypt, right?
Long before.
Okay. What was the year?
11,
there was
12,
revolution something, and there
2012 or 2013 or something.
And their president was killed.
Yeah. No, he resigned. The apartment I was living in, the company rented the apartment. It was a huge apartment. The apartment belongs to a bodyguard of the president.
All right.
Yeah, huge. So you have colleagues like I guess the apartment has 4 bedrooms or something. A huge living room, and then have satellite TV, Sky, the BBC News, CNN News, the satellite TV. So it's amazing, huge. So like we have colleagues like 4 rooms. We have 4 different colleagues like living in each room, and it's amazing, huge. Apartment.
How was the food over there?
We had our own chef.
Did you try the local food?
Yeah, we did try. I stayed there several times, several months. So some noodles, they have interesting noodles, and also you see the the meat they cut from the rolling thing, the shawarma thing.
Yeah, here we have it on St. Catherine Street.
Yeah, that time we went there. We eat a lot of that. We call Turkish barbecue.
Sandwich.
Yeah, 土耳其烤肉. We call
Okay,
Turkish barbecue that time. So we eat a lot of that stuff. It's amazing. They roll that in a sandwich.
So
What kind of meat? Chicken?
no beef,
Chicken or beef. I guess chicken, beef.
no pork.
No pork, yeah. But with your passport, you
have Chinese passport, right?
with your visa, passport, and you can go buy a case of beer from their special place because the
Alright.
local people, they are not allowed to drink alcohol.
Oh, okay.
But for the foreign visitors, with your ID and your passport, you can every visit you have one case, 24 bottles of beer.
All right.
So
okay.
like the new colleague came, they don't want to buy. We have bring to us, and then we're gonna buy one case of beer.
All right.
Yeah. And also we have a place, I guess, special place for the pork. We can buy pork as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, this deer not like tight, those rules for everyone. So they make the foreigner, still can access the alcohol and the pork like
Yeah.
the other. Okay.
There's a special place for pork. We used to always buy there.
How many years you have worked for Huawei?
I can give you
4.5. 4.5.
And why you left? I left because I don't like the culture. How about you?
Huawei is amazing. For me, it's amazing.
That's enough.
I just had the opportunity to immigrate. So I see. Before that, I visited like a lot of countries, and then I found it's for me personality-wise, I like being doing nothing or like crazy. So I'm not very.
But now you're doing everything.
For me, it's like easier. I like being easy.
But your wife does nothing, right? You're a good husband.
She's
Over years,
she's working really hard actually for this restaurant.
okay.
And for several years, she's working in the front, and also she was, because every week we're gonna buy vegetables in boxes, like twice a week. Before that, she always go to the vegetable wholesale places.
All
So it
right.
was for several years. But after I'm full-time restaurant owner now, it's always me. But before was her. So it's not working very hard as well.
Even now, you still need to go there.
Yeah.
I thought how it works is your supply chain should send the food. You place an order and
The
they send
vegetables are tricky because the wholesale the vegetable places,
you don't deliver.
they never. But you can hire some company
Okay.
that do delivery, but they charge you a lot more. But sometimes the quality of some vegetable not good because you have to check yourself.
Okay.
For them, they probably just go easy with I get everything from this one. But for us, we probably go to 2 or 3 different places to find vegetables.
And the vegetable, are they grown locally or they're imported?
Most of them from United States and Mexico.
All right.
Yeah, very rare, very only during the summer. Some of
But
them
the
local.
potato must be local, right?
Yeah.
That's the only vegetable Canada can grow.
Potato and a lot of onion as
I
well.
think in the summer it's okay, right?
Yeah, summer.
Canada can grow the vegetable, but in the winter,
Yeah.
it's hard.
But the problem is during the summer, the local broccoli, even more expensive than the United States.
How?
I don't know. It's really weird. All the vegetables grown locally in Quebec, they are more expensive. Generally speaking, they're more expensive than
Maybe-
imported from United States.
Maybe they're using.
Labor cost.
No, it's not. It's a scale.
Yeah,
The
scale, yeah,
of the
the
business
volume,
of
yeah.
the production.
Like the milk thing.
Yeah.
Like in United States, much cheaper.
Yeah,
And it's
because
amazing.
they're not
Yeah.
there is not much labor involved.
And also
in the farm.
for the vegetable wholesales, every day the price is different. Like every day,
Stock market.
every day that different. It depends
Really?
depends on the shipment
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
receive. So the broccoli today could be $20 per box, and the next day could be $30, and they just carry the price. Yeah, they just carry the price, and then today is this price. Next day will be different.
Same thing like the global supply chain. It's just a small fraction image of the global stock market. Same thing.
So far, we never work like owner, right? We don't think like take care of everything. Right? But I think it's quite challenging and stuff. You have to take care of everything. Right?
Like to be entrepreneur like yourself.
It's a very interesting perspective. A lot of people think like you have a lot of customers. For us, being over the last 8 years, most of the time we have a good amount of customers. People outside they thought like you make a lot of money. Like you see a lot of customers, you see how much money you bring, like the sales. Like each customer you estimate maybe average $20 or something. You see, oh, you make a lot of money. But the problem is you don't see the details. The cost, a lot of cost, a lot of expenses, and the staff and the equipment. We kind of every few years the equipment are gonna replace everything.
But the average restaurant profit margin is how much? Like 30%?
The growth will be 60-70%, but that's
growth.
Growth. The net, there's no net will be. The pandemic maybe 5% or 1%, but before maybe 10%, 15% would be
Okay,
because it depends. The varies a lot. The cost of the staff and the cost of everything else.
And does that make a difference? Like the high-end restaurant and the fast food restaurant, the margin level, does that make huge difference?
I think so. If you work in the low end, like we are still low end restaurant, if you move up the price, for example, this $16 and this one is only $10. If we can sell this at $15, like the eggplant, potato, bell pepper, we will be much better place. To be honest, if you don't have the margin, profit margin, you have nothing. That's because even you work, it's not like a retail. Like a customer will grab an item to go, and like the cost of that transaction almost minimum. But for this one, if customer order this one, we have to have people to cook, and then we cut the vegetable, cook, and the same item customer grab or take, and we will take a lot of labor. So that's very different from the retail business.
And also, I think that the traditional Chinese food, the way cook, right? I think
it's not standardized,
right?
right?
And it take a lot of time.
And will be more cost compared with maybe the Western, the fast food.
Exactly.
Right? When they cook the burger, I don't think it's more complicated.
Exactly.
Here.
And the cost of like the fries, French fries. If you the French fries, if like the Uber Eats, if they take 50% of the sales, you still can make a lot of money. Because you just put the potato chips and in the oil, and then then anybody can do that. They have a timer.
And it's all like semi-automatically, right?
Exactly.
They don't depend on a lot of skill of the worker. But here, if you cook, let's say maybe I cook, it will be much worse than this, right? Taste.
And also, if you want to say, I want to have a low profit margin, but I can sell a lot more. But the problem, if you sell more, you need much more time, much more labor, staff to do that. So the 薄利多销, the quantity, low profit, never will work in restaurant business, because like the business always like during the lunchtime or 2 or 3, there's no customers, very little, few customers. Always 6 o'clock in the evening, 6, 7 o'clock, everybody comes together same time, and then you have 50 customers. They all want to order something. And your kitchen will be, you have only a certain amount of people working or a certain amount of work at the same time. You can never cook that in that certain amount of time, cook so many dishes. This kind of, it's never working that way. So you have to keep a healthy profit margin. If you don't have that margin,
it's not sustainable.
Unless you
will be done.
Run the whole business like the McDonald's, like the
No, so he's not McDonald's. So what is your position in this market? There's so many restaurants, and we are doing this. Deep down, you want to bring the traffic here, right? And so, what is your ideal plan? to position yourself, to make yourself outstanding, to boost your revenue?
I think it's. That's why I always said I regret having a restaurant because
then stop. Why not just stop then? If you regret.
Because in Chinese we say you are on the boat already. You are on the boat. 你上了贼船了。
I know, but that's the thing. Once you're on the boat, doesn't mean you have to continue the journey. You can just stop and change direction.
But for example, we spend so much money to buy this one in the first place, and we spend money to improve it, equipment, size-wise, everything. And if you sell, for us will be dilemma. Do you want to sell with the brand or not? If you sell with Hyundai and somebody took over, 99% chance are gonna ruin the name. So people at the end, they will say Hyundai is really crap place, really bad place, and then I really feel bad about that.
But you are out of business already. Why you care? When you sell it, you
I
want
do
to
care
close
about
it.
I do care about the image I created. So I really don't want after 5 years the people say Hyundai is really bad.
You feel sentimentally obligated
because
to keep running it.
We started this business like a baby. It's like a child. You start this under the name. We start from zero. It's totally new.
But
so
business is business. Like a job is job. So
yeah, but we don't want to associate the bad name with us. That's my personal thing. I don't want to. But if you don't sell the brand, if you just sell the business, the place, you waste all your money, all your effort, like accumulate over the years. That's the dilemma. Because you don't want to everybody saying like after 5-10 years everybody says Hyundai is really really bad, it's a shitty.
But there's no guarantee. And look, that's just one side of your imagination. Another side could be over the years the new owner running it much better.
To be honest, I've been here 15 years already. We seen Chinese restaurant come and go, new and old, and you will see right away. I don't need to guess. I know pretty sure. We've been here long enough, right? You've been here long enough.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know I have an idea because you're very, very emotional involved in your business.
Yeah.
You have a lot of personal feeling attached to this brand.
Yeah.
And I don't know who am I to make a judgment, right? But for me, if it was me, I would be more cold-blooded and more detached, and
I try to make it work. I try to make it work. If it's not very bad, I will continue. To be honest, so I just try. Even the odds is not good, but I still try. Try to make it work.
All right.
Yeah. If it's not bad, it's okay. I accept the average.
But you told me before, after your very personalized menu introduction and your show like this, it does contribute to your traffic and revenue, right?
Little bit. I don't think a lot of people are gonna watch this, but
No. Honestly, you sent me the last episode.
Yeah, that's 100. Only.
It was 1 hour and 58 minutes.
Yeah.
I jumped several moments and then just shut it up. So, have you tracked the rate? How many click rate?
Oh yeah, it's open. It's I guess it's like the last one 100 something views.
Yeah, how many? 100 something.
Yeah,
right?
100 something. But that's my thing. I want to have something unique. Have something related to the restaurant. On that we have some little program, and to let people tell that like us, we share the story about the college time, our first jobs, right? So after some years, people they think exist on the internet. At least a lot of people's stories. People we need to create something original instead of copy. It's I used to write a lot of blogs as well in Chinese to record my experience as running a restaurant owner, as running a Chinese restaurant.
How was a lot of
we had a lot of
readers.
A lot of readers actually. I have almost 100 articles. The blogs, each one of them very long. I don't write like just.
maybe can you make it this like shorter, smaller? Because right now I think
one reason is this, right? Now everyone is.
it's like everything is fast food, even the
Yeah,
culture.
I know. Yeah.
And the TikTok, right? And it's more than 3 minutes. People lose patience. Sorry to say,
Yeah.
but that's a
That's
nature of
that's
this
why
generation.
I want to be the different, because a lot of time they want to have short version and then highlights, right? And then you have opinions like
What you're doing is more like a documentary.
yeah, kind of that.
Yes,
But
yes.
it's real because
It is real.
because the people, even myself, I don't want to show the good side of myself. I want to show every side of myself. So it's original. You don't cut like the best moments. Like when you show people your picture, right? You take a lot of pictures. I choose one the best angle. I send people the best angle of best, or even use a filter to make it much better. But that's not.
That's something
But
I want
guys,
when you saw the picture, some people will post on the Instagram, and when you look at the people, when you meet them face to face, it's
it's still very different because
I get it. But guys, let's to be very
realistic.
here. It is real, but why it's not attract a lot of traffic is because it's boring. The real things
the real life is boring.
It is. So this is a document because people are living their own boring life every day. That's why they don't want to see this. That's just my personal opinion.
I think her opinion is more like how marketing stuff, right?
Yeah, for me it's not marketing.
All right.
Because like even my blogs, I want to tell people the real. Is don't like make it sounds easy. So you're gonna trick people to do to have a business think it's easy. It's not easy. I told them my bad feelings about the really bad business at the beginning, really bad. I suffer mentally a lot, like struggling every day, saying like we lose 9,000 the Canadian dollars the first month. And I thought we were gonna bankrupt. Like my salary cannot cover the loss.
But how you handle it? I didn't see many like white hair like me.
I'm very calm most of the time because like I'm very persistent.
You look more than him.
Because my philosophy is at the end of the day everybody dies. There's big reset. Everybody dies. It doesn't matter how successful you are, how strong you are, how well. You all die. That's the ultimate like equity. Like everybody dies. It's a reset button. Everybody resets. It doesn't matter how try. But for me, it's like try to be. I lie a lot as well. I pretend a lot of times as well. But on the principal things, I try to be true. That's the thing I try. I try to make money as well. I try to do a lot of tricky stuff as well.
I think we have a lot of in common
because you don't have to lie that a lot. You don't have to pretend.
No. I'm not encouraging
the
you to lie.
The marketing is pretending. The marketing you show only people the good side. Like Instagram, you are all great life, and in front of a camera, like people saying, "Oh, you live a great life." But the reality is, I worry about money. I worry about business every day. I worry about you make people think everybody living great life. Comparing to yourself, oh, I live bad. If you show people like running a business, struggle, everything, the joy, the struggle, the sadness, and then people they say, oh, maybe my life is not that bad at all. Comparing.
So you give the people comfort by.
It's the real at least. I'm not. A lot of people thinking I'm making a lot of money, but I have the figures. I have figures for all these years. Every day I have the sales number. I try to feel like, are we doing better? Are we going down or going up a little bit? I have all these numbers. I know at what number probably we can survive as a family. Before I had a full-time job, so I was not worried because I have a stable income from the paychecks from our company, the company
to subsidize.
Yeah, exactly. So the family. That's why the first 7 years for the restaurant business, I was totally fine if it's not making money, as long as losing money. So breaking even was perfect for me. So I hired a lot of people. So as long as they're making the restaurant, the quality was okay, it's fine. But now I have the pressure of the whole family. Like I don't have that weekly.
You were laid off from last year, right?
Yeah, end of April because the time was.
How was your emotional journey since you were laid off, and like you said you struggle a lot.
That time was crazy, to be
But
honest.
now, are you better now?
A lot better.
You pass.
Yeah, the end of April, I was laid off. The June, July was the most difficult time financially in my whole life, because that time we closed the Anru one. We had the second restaurant in Anru,
Okay.
and that was a really, really bad business. We lost money the first day, and we struggled for 3 years. Finally, I decided to.
But why it took 3 years for you to decide to close it?
It's the problem. I always try to have coming up with new idea to save the restaurant. I did not want to admit it was a failure. So I always tried. At the beginning was traditional Chinese food, like the same menu with on that in Coding Edge. So the same menu, we failed completely. So people was not kind of liking us. So at 2019, in the middle of 2019, I changed the whole menu to be local menu, like Canadian Chinese food.
Customized.
And, customized. And
please the Caucasian.
Yeah, and then failed again. So then I changed the chef, the whole kitchen staff, to try to make end of 2019. I was trying to focus on the Chinese customers in Anru first, and to do this kind of stuff, and have the promotion on the Montreal to attract more Chinese customers. They have about 500, 400 Chinese people living in the East. So it was going okay. So that was end of the 2019. Then came with the pandemic.
All right.
So for the Chinese people, the January was already people panicking already, right?
Okay.
The January, I bought a new Wuhan thing. So Chinese customers, they stopped coming right away. So end of January, I was going up, and then zero for the Anru for the end of January, beginning of February. So I saw that coming, so we closed the restaurant permanently at the beginning of February. I knew there was no way to come back. So the beginning of February 2020, I closed the restaurant, but we have to pay the rent, everything, and it was crazy. So
that's difficult.
I was trying to give it a free, put it over to give the restaurant for free. Nobody even cared. Nobody
even take.
Yeah, because it's the pandemic, especially after the March, they declared the pandemic, the WHO, there was nothing. So the April, May, nobody was asking for so that means maybe a year or two, even today, if it was not sold, even today, you still don't know when the pandemic will be over. Who's gonna open a restaurant there? That's the problem. So that was really bad. And also at the same time, the sales, here, end of February was fine. To be honest, this went downtown. The Chinese customers stopped coming, but local customers still coming. They were brave, or they were, they did not know what's happening. So some people, the beginning of March, we had a lot of local customers for downtown.
All right.
But it was going down a little bit, 30% down or 20% down. We lost Chinese customers. The February for this location, but the April, the March was really bad. The March was just declared pandemic, and then with the layoff, and then downtown business was going down, and was crazy, and the East,
lost your customer.
Yeah, and the East was losing money and closed permanently and paying rent.
All right.
Oh, that's tough time.
That was crazy.
I feel you.
Yeah, that time we can go bankrupt for the family easily. Because you keep paying that rent for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you never know.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Yeah. Don't go this direction.
No, I think it's like this, right? If you want to be the business owner, right, you take maybe certain risk, right? But if you can be success, the achievement is different, right? Yeah, so just
the pressure was crazy, but we were super lucky. The end of July 2020, two chefs, I believe, they partnered together. They took over that restaurant, but we paid them extra for them. To take over. It's not only free. We pay them extra, but it's a huge relief for us.
But you don't need to pay the rent anymore, right?
Oh, you just want to transfer the rent.
Exactly.
Okay. It's like the sub-lease. I give you the money that you take.
I gave them several months of extra rent.
Okay.
So, but it's super happy. I was super happy. And even we like at that time, the deliveries for this restaurant was picking up already. The April, May, and it was going up a little bit, but it was delivery. But we at least see this one will not be that bad. But end of July, when we signed the notary for the en route restaurant, it was the best time ever.
Wow.
Really best, super lucky because somebody would have taken over the restaurant. So after that, that's why we have in September we sponsored a Single Mom Montreal. There's a group called Single Mom Montreal. We sponsor them 5 dishes every day for almost a year. We give them
continue?
Not today, but we finished end of July or August this year, 2021.
So how many single mom club, and you sponsor 5 meals a day?
Yeah.
The 5 meals to be delivered to the 5 moms.
The group, they have about 300 members. So every week, every day, they one family will come to pick up 5 dishes.
Oh, okay.
For almost a year because the time is July. I saw their post on the Facebook. This is what the organizer came asked before the pandemic. I saw they want some food to help the single moms during the pandemic. I contacted them. So because September, I was super happy. So I said we will save. We will save. We don't have the rest. We did not have the en route restaurant anymore.
So any feedback from that group?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like every day, like during the September last year to the July this year, 2021.
Was the mom come?
Yeah, a mom there.
The mom came to the restaurant to pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up. Yeah.
So for each day, different family.
Yeah, different family.
Among the 300.
Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad during such difficult time you still consider your support.
You're still helping
others.
That's why I was super happy. Was for the July, end of July, we got rid of that en route restaurant. We stopped the bleeding.
All right.
And the reason I stopped last July, this 2001, because that time we were short of staff. I was cutting vegetables every day. I overrun. I was really tired, and also the cost of food that time went up crazy.
Okay.
The shipment, the problem with the containers, and it went up crazy. Everything, even the container, the takeout the boxes, the price went up 30%.
Yeah. One question here, because recently I read the news.
Yeah.
The inflation go a little bit higher, right?
Very bad, very bad.
But now, are you going to increase, let's say, the price?
Yeah.
The price? Are you going to change?
We only change 4 or 5 items. Only increase $1 because we did not feel them like you saw. Like we don't have a lot of customers. I think it's a competitive.
You don't want to scare them off?
Exactly. We don't want to see, this restaurant raised the price. But if you are the breakfast restaurant like Alo Monco, they always like $3 or $4 per meal. Mm-hmm. But for them, it's okay.
We noticed because we eat a lot. We order in. The restaurant increase the price a lot.
Yeah, but seems the other one
at least 5%.
They raise a. But for us, we just don't have the confidence, to be honest. We just do not. Right now, we just bear the extra cost, to hope it's gonna, like the wind gonna blow away, and then we survive. And that's all we can do right now, because we are not famous like really like McDonald's. If McDonald's they raise, probably survive the big famous restaurant.
Their supply chain is more mature.
Yeah, exactly.
And the cost of their supply is cheaper. Yeah. And
for us, we extra careful.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing. For example, new almond cocoa, right? Yeah. There's one almond cocoa, there's one eggplant, and there's
in our neighborhood.
And there is the new one just opened.
In our neighborhood.
So it's like in 1 kilometers, right? There are 4 breakfast restaurants, right?
Cora, Alamanco, Ben Florington.
Yeah.
And the Patino.
Patino
is good now.
Is new.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. We tried. We don't like it because the quality of the food, according to me, is after eggquays, after almond cocoa. But price-wise, I think it's the same level as Alamo Cocoa,
Yeah.
which is not justified.
Yeah, I think Alamo Cocoa is still the best.
Yes.
It's still the best.
Yes.
Personal opinion, the one.
We can review the breakfast lesson.
he likes-
What's your pick?
He likes egg quiz.
No,
That's a small chain, right?
It is a small
I
chain.
consider not only the quality, I also consider the value, which means the quality and how much price you pay, right? You always can get better, but the
Quality and the price.
Right.
So he is more
Value wise, I
Always
consider.
like calculating.
Yeah, I always calculate.
he is. I'm not.
For the value wise, I think it is a little bit better.
I never heard of that one.
It's good. Especially the one we ordered.
Yeah, when you look at the value, you realize it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So
And the
Last week I went to Florrington. And
we don't have that. There's South Shore. There's one in South Shore.
you live in
No, we live in La Salle.
Salle.
Right beside the Angyong Park.
that's
Yeah, that's a famous place now.
Why?
Green Park. That's a lot of new condos right now.
Yeah, a lot of
I hate
condos.
because we have been living there for over. We bought the house 2007, so it has been 14 years now.
But
And,
your value will doubled, right? The price.
at least modest to say yes, because we just did a house renovation.
Yeah.
We I put extra 100,000 in. But it's more for me to enjoy because the decoration of the house was 20 years old, and I could not stand with that. Especially previously was the second floor was covered by the carpet. The carpet was disgusting.
Yeah, you don't want copy right now, I guess.
And so one day I decided I could not take it anymore.
Yeah.
And for him, he's okay.
It's always hardwood, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
hardwood would be
Yeah, Hollywood it's much easier to
much
clean.
easier.
finally get it done this year. Oh, still going on. There's not many troubles, and we still haven't finished
Yeah,
it.
the carpet actually when you walk on it, it feel better.
Yeah. Warm.
Yeah, but if I don't need to clean it, I think I will like the carpet, right? If everywhere covered by the carpet, I will like it. If I don't clean it, but
High maintenance.
yeah, the only issue is you
But do you-
clean it.
yeah.
Is for example, if suddenly some dirty stuff
Yeah.
on the carpet,
Yeah.
you have to use special tool to clean it, right? It's not like hardwood floor. It's easier, much easier. Yeah, because I clean by myself.
You have a steam cleaner. You buy the
We bought everything, anything,
Even
all
you have
the.
that to clean the carpet, but still, when you run that, take way long, to
He
use it.
bought a brand new steam
Cleaner.
cleaner,
But
and
I
we only
use
use
the
it
one
once.
one.
And then I decided to change it to hardwood floor.
It's too busy.
Now it's still sitting in my sitting in the storage of my friend's house. We're going to sell it on the.
Unless one day if I'm being there, yeah, I just ask other people to clean it. That's fine. Yeah, I will use carpet, but no. Too many work.
high end. You need to hire somebody to take care of the carpet.
Yeah, that's why
Right.
if you go to the high end
Yeah,
place,
exactly.
then they use carpet, right?
Yeah.
You go to like a 5-star hotel,
Yeah.
you go to like a Michelin restaurant, they use carpet, right?
The restaurant, breakfast restaurant in the Anguillon Park, near the Anguillon Park, you do have Cora, you have Alamo Cocoa,
We have Shakora, we have Alamo Cocoa, we have the
Quiz.
Putino, we have the egg quiz, we
egg
have
quiz.
the
I never heard. Egg
egg
quiz.
quiz.
How to
That's the
spell?
egg
Egg.
quiz.
Quiz.
QUIS.
They also like a
QUIS.
chair, but they don't have many.
What does it mean? QUIS? It's a French.
I think it's a Greek.
Great.
Yeah, because
I-
previously.
How many do they have? A lot of restaurants.
No, that's I saw somewhere in a small town. It is a franchise, but I don't see them
And
much.
at least I went maybe 3 of them.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Once we went to one.
Cora was Shakora was really big 10 years ago.
That,
Yeah.
But Shakora, in my opinion, right now it's the worst.
Yeah,
And
It was we started like 6-7 years ago with my
see.
daughter. Like at that time, Cora was the best.
Yeah,
They're the number one.
yeah,
But they went down a lot. They dropped their
I
position.
think the change and the menu was a little bit boring, right?
I think it's quite similar. Those
No, Shikoha is not. Shikoha is not.
Yes. I think the at least, right? I look at those manual. It's quite similar.
We stopped going there many
for
years.
the same like we used to go there a lot of times with my daughter, but then after that we found Alomangkoko. 80% of the time will be Alomangkoko, and then sometimes we go to the local. It's
I love the pata Alomangkoko.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Their menu is designed really well.
And now the Putino and they copy that. They copy exactly, especially the new opened Putino.
Putino was not good at the beginning. Now they catch up.
It copy exactly almost to the same menu of the Alomangkoko, but the price is
in TDO, the Putino, they renovated during the pandemic. It looking really amazing. And we went 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago we went there, and but we went several years ago. But was bad. Now it's a new renovation. Like you said, it's looking very special, very modern. It's like a Alomangkoko inside.
But the one in our neighborhood, it was new open as well. I'm not impressed by their decoration. It's just so. Not,
it's okay, yeah.
Not much highlighting.
No.
I think it's okay, but since I consider the price is almost the same as Alomangkoko, but the quality-wise a little bit worse. Yeah.
So, to be a restaurant owner for 8 years, have you ever took a vacation with your family?
Only 3 years ago, I took my daughter to my village, to my countryside.
Back China, you mean?
Yeah.
All right.
That's 3 years ago, when she was 6 years old.
Okay.
First time ever. She was born here. Never seen like grandparents from my side.
Your grandparents? Oh, so your parents still in China, right? Okay.
I'm from a village, so.
Oh.
Yeah, real village.
I saw you just went Tianjin for university education, but you didn't live in Tianjin, right?
Not at all. It's Tianjin was my first ever city I ever visited.
Which province?
It's Hubei, Jiangsu 北部.
Okay. Was that Jiangsu? The countryside, Jiangsu is pretty wealthy, right? No.
Not the north. The southern part of Jiangsu is pretty good, but northern part is pretty bad.
How was the countryside life over there? People are stopped farming anymore, right?
Not right now. Several years ago, they start. You all rent your land to one or big families.
Okay.
So now we are. But when I was a child, it's amazing. It's crazy. Every day I did the heavy lifting, hard labor. When as long as I had the memory, I was always working hard.
How many? Do you have siblings?
I have 2 older brothers.
They're all in China?
Yeah, they only, we call it 8 years education. The primary school for 5 years.
Okay.
And the junior high school 3 years. After that, they're done.
So what they do now?
Still in the countryside.
How do they make a living now? Still farming?
No, they don't have any land anymore. So they go by the construction. Every day somebody call you like on a motorcycle say, come here, I give you 200 RMB a day to just lay the bricks here, there. Like lay the bricks like Manong.
Different. Yeah.
I think that in China, a lot of, before it's countryside, now it's urbanized. So they build a lot of like a small city. That's why
it's town. It's called Xiang town. They build the commercial condos.
Okay.
But our family, we still have in the village. We used to have 4 or 5 rows. The houses, the really bad houses, but you have 5 rows, right, or 6 rows. Then they decide to, okay, first 4 rows you all finish. We're gonna demolish everything, turn into land, to the farmland, and then only there's a road, the north side and the south side of the two roads only, and somehow you are lucky to get a permit to build a house there, and the people they did not have the permit to build a house. They have to buy condo in the county, in the town. In the town,
but they were compensated by the government.
They were compensated a little bit, so you still need to save. That's why you need to go to the city, work in a factory. Every year you save maybe 30,000 RMB or 20,000 RMB. You bring over years, you accumulate. Yeah, you either buy or build.
Okay. So your brothers are taking care of your parents, right?
I think so.
Right.
Yeah,
do they live together?
My oldest brother, and he's living with my father, but my second old brother, he's living the county, 县.
Okay.
County, like he was doing he was doing like sewing machines in Hangzhou before, when he was in his 20s. So kind of how he saved a little bit of money to buy a condo in the county. So if you are in the county, you feel like you are city already. So it's the commercial condos market is pretty hot in the county level as well. So the town level is really, people still think you are from countryside, but the county somehow the kind of city life.
Okay.
So my second old brother already living in the county has a nice condo. They bought it like about 3 years ago. It was pretty nice. I every time I go back, I kind of visit it like
stay with him.
Yeah, I never stay with them. I just had a meal with them, visiting my old classmates.
Okay.
Because all my classmates, most of them in the county.
You're still very close to your old classmates.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I got drunk like last time. Second
university classmates or high school classmates?
Senior high school.
Senior.
高中.
Okay.
Right.
Senior high school, our high school was pretty good. It was founded in 1927 in the Kuomintang time. So 1927 was that time. Education in Hubei was pretty good. So that same senior high school was almost 100 years already. That's pretty good. So the chance when you are in the senior high school, 1997, that time, almost everybody can go to university. Everybody, it's a very decent senior high school.
Mm-hmm.
So all my classmates, we had about 60 that time, the big class, and 50 something. Some of them I look at the picture, I don't recognize this guy at all. Several of them, they give me the class picture, right?
Yeah.
Geez, who's this? And several of them never recognized. But majority of them, like the people from our class school, I guess half of them, after graduation, half of them in Nanjing, Suzhou, within Jiangsu, the big cities.
Okay.
And I went to Tianjin, and some guys went to Beijing.
So they all have good life over
there?
there?
Yeah, most of them. And some of them, about 10 or less than 10, after graduation, they came back to the county. So they're still around. Every time I go there, always this small group of them, they're always working in the county, so close.
Right.
And then the people working in Nanjing, they knew I come back. I'm the only one floating in different countries. And so every time I go back, they know beforehand, and then people from Nanjing or from Hangzhou, they're going to come back to have a drink.
You.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So the last trip was about 9-10 years ago. That time I did not have any kid.
Okay.
So I went back alone. That time I did not have restaurant. So I was in the last company. I just told my boss I want to take 2 weeks off, and then I went back. That trip, I had a lot of drink with all my old classmates. I ended up in the hospital in the middle of night.
Wow.
And they gave me IV 4 bottles, 4瓶点滴. Yeah, it's crazy. I drink a lot with them.
Yeah. I think the drinking is part of Chinese culture.
With all my old classmates.
That's a part I hate.
Yeah. But this time, 3 years ago, I took my daughter with me. I had an excuse. Perfect excuse.
Protection.
Yeah, exactly. So I drank just a little bit, so it's totally fine. Because everywhere I went, I took my daughter. Yeah, because my wife was staying here, so every time only myself taking my daughter.
Is that because she had to continue running the business.
Not only that, even 9 years ago, that trip also myself alone, because she did not want to visit my village. It's too hot to live. We had no heating in the winter, nothing. It's too bad. Only after graduation, only one time, the first year after graduated, like she visited my village. Only once. After that, she said never. It's so hard.
So she's not close to your family?
Not at all. Not at all. We just sometimes video chat a little bit here or there. It's not at all. It's for.
And your wife, she's from where?
She's from Shenyang, the city. So
Okay.
people from city, they don't understand. People from a real village.
Okay.
All my friends here, like you guys, I met all my Chinese friends. I'm the only one from a real village.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it
because-
was interesting.
Yeah, because people, if you are from real village, I don't think you have a lot of chances to be exposed to foreign country, to overseas.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But at that time, if you have the chance, you go to the university.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
wa-
important. at
I
that
was
time,
the first one in
You
my
did
whole
very
village.
well in your school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the first one in the whole village ever to go to university.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you loved study, or you were
I'm
very
just
good
smart.
at it? You were good at it, right?
I
Were
did,
you-
I
were
did not
you-
spend. I did not spend all my life. Even the senior high school. I never opened a book at home at all. No homework at home. All the time I was doing the farm thing, farm work all the time. After I get home from school, I always do the farm thing, doing the farming
So
job.
your parents didn't give you pressure to do well in school.
No, nobody. They wish me to fail to help them in the farm or go to a factory.
And you, at the time, because you're lucky, you are smart, right? But did you realize your smartness could change your life? Did you have that vision at the time?
Not at all. Just super lucky, pure lucky.
So you
Oh,
just naturally
Yeah.
and have no motivation,
No.
vision to say,
Yeah.
hey, I have to go out of the
No.
small country.
I have to go to Canada.
No.
Never.
All right.
Tianjin is, as I said, the first city I ever seen.
So you are not. I thought that you
When
were.
I went to Tianjin, first time I saw the remote, I did not know how to do
How
the
to use
TV remote, how to use
to
the
use
TV.
it, okay.
Yeah, I never played a video game, never in my whole life. It's even like for my junior high school, every grade you have about 300 people. Only 6 of them went to the senior high school. Only 6 of the 300.
So you were smart, and you are not. So all this
Yeah.
was not planned. It was not
No,
intended to.
Never. The parents always want to help them. Like that time when you are finished with the junior high school, normally you are 15, 16. That time you will go to a factory in Nanjing or Shanghai. Most of my fellow villages, like the buddies,
Playmates.
my buddies.
Okay.
Most of them, they when they're 15, 16 years old, and when they're 18, 20 years old,
That's a
they will
normal
get
course of life.
they will get married, have kids.
All right.
My buddy, like he's 1 year younger than me, but we are the same class. Like I guess he contacted me last year, and his son is already in college already, in 24, 22 years old already.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm 42 years old, and he's 41, and his son is 22 already. so he had his son like when he was 19.
So your parents must be very proud of you, right?
Yeah. It's in the village is a big thing. That time
It
when
was big thing.
when I went to the university, like we had a movie showing, like in the video next to my house, we had a movie
To
like,
celebrate.
Yeah, to celebrate. We had
Ah.
yeah.
Ah, okay.
So super lucky. That time 1990s. That's the only way you have a kind of good life. Like it's through
It is.
education. Through
It
education.
is.
Yeah. But after that, 99, several years
It's
after me,
more
more common because they expand.
Commercialized.
Yeah,
The
expanded.
education is more commercialized.
And the village, a lot of kids, like young kids, we were playing cards. We were gambling with some kids several years younger than me. Like we were playing together. They all know me. I know them. All of them. Some of them went to OK University as well. Some of them I never seen. I probably there's other kids they went to, but their university not as good as mine either.
Before I know, when I in the high school, at that time maybe in the Sichuan, the competition is very high. Maybe
Because everyone
Maybe.
is pumped up.
Yeah.
It's very determined.
Maybe 1 out of 8
Because
can
we're
go to university.
the biggest population province.
Yeah.
That's why.
So the percentage can go to the university. is very
Especially
low.
the time because they accept less people, less students that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky.
Yeah.
We were lucky because me from the kindergarten to
You see, that's the king. And we never had a kindergarten in the village. We have 5 years of primary school. Not even 6 years. 5 years of primary school.
They cut 1 year.
Yeah, there's no kindergarten. We never heard of kindergarten. That's the thing. We have 5 years and then 3 years junior, 3 years senior. That's all.
so yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much different.
You see,
But it's
you are even little bit older than me, but your life will be much better than ours. Like it's really amazing the difference between city and the rural area. Huge, like crazy.
Yeah.
even in the city it's different because my father works for Communist Party, the University of Communist Party, 党校.
Oh yeah, that's
So
even better.
I was, yes, I have to admit, I was privileged.
Yeah.
And from kindergarten to all the way to the university, I was in the elite kindergarten, elite primary school. And before kindergarten, actually, my family hired a nanny
Oh,
to
nanny.
take care of me because the reason is my parents are there busy at work. My father worked for the school. My mom, she was nurse in the hospital.
I
So
think that
they were both very
There's one reason because
And
at
also-
that time your father worked the school, but it's very far from the city.
yes, and also my grandma, my mom's mom, she at the time she stayed with us, but she does not. She prefers boys than girls.
Yeah.
So I'm the girl. She didn't like me, and my father didn't want me to feel I was be ignored.
Yeah.
So my father was very very good to me. He paid somebody, a nice lady, to take care of me full timely.
Yeah. But you were not the only child, right?
No, I have. See, my grandma preferred boys, right? So I have a brother 5 years older than me.
Okay. So that's That time is still not the
The unit child is not the same at the time.
Yeah.
So it's common for we have two
have
or three.
You have only
siblings.
one, right? You have.
I only have one. He has one. He has a brother. Older brother.
At that time,
I have an older brother.
So it's quite common. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the city, in the countryside, no. Countryside, I have
The more the better, right?
Yeah, the more is better. Especially you need the boys to work in the farm.
The
Yes.
neighbor,
Especially,
right?
Yeah, you need the neighbor.
Even the one-child policy failed completely in my village. Even till today, I never seen one family with only one child.
Oh,
Even today.
right. So how you?
But now it's good. They encourage.
Yeah,
them more.
exactly.
But at the time, even you
Yeah.
were you supposed to be paid? But
No. I was
be penalized.
the year 79 when they started the policy. My mom was already pregnant with me for several months already, so I was totally fine.
Okay.
They never paid a fine for me.
But your other
I'm-
people in your village, they were penalized.
Yeah, they
right?
penalize a lot. I have seen a lot of crazy stuff, but it's
People really pay for that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Even the sterilization is very, very common. Almost everybody. It's not in the city because they can get hold of your jobs.
Yeah.
So people in the city, they always follow the policy. You don't have any choices. If you have second child, you lose your job, you lose everything. But in the countryside, we
Nothing
have nothing
to control.
Exactly.
Nothing to lose.
Exactly. So
Okay.
it's amazing. We had no money, and we had no. The only thing you had is
what you can do, right?
Yeah. The only thing.
Take away the child and use that.
Actually, the thing is, the only thing they had is the poorly built house. Very poorly built. That's very common. They can remove your roof. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah.
They do that?
Yeah, they did that.
But you put it back.
Yeah. That's why you see, it's very difficult to enforce the policy. That never seen any family with only one child in the whole village for even till today.
But now, right, they will say, this village is the best village.
Yeah.
They have more baby.
I have a, because you are very smart, you are outstanding in your, among your fellows, right?
Yeah.
Among your bodies. So you must be popular in your village. And was there a girls or?
Attract a lot of.
Yeah.
When you have, no, I was really short when I was young. Even in the junior high school, I was really short. I was 150 something, very short. I'm 173 now. 173. All this height from 150 to 170 was on the first or second year of senior high school. So all the time I was really short.
So you were not attractive to girls.
I was very popular in junior high school. Very, very popular.
So the girls going after you.
Actually, that's on the record. My first girl was in the grade 1 of junior high school. Junior.
Oh, okay.
And when I from the village to the town, so our club, the town, the junior high school is from all kinds of villages, right?
Yeah.
So I was not even the number 1. The academically the score is not even number 1. I was number 2 or 3, 5, like from the village.
Yeah.
So, but when they get all together to the first time in the county, in the town, the junior, and the first time they make a standing, the list of all the 50, 60 students, the ranking. I was of the 60, I probably was about 40 something. I was pretty low.
Okay, so
pretty low at the first.
So you were not star anymore.
Yeah, not at all. Even the village, we were not star. We just playing with mud. We playing fighting every day.
Oh, okay.
And so they have the overall ranking. The number 1 is a girl, very pretty girl from another village. Okay. She was so pretty at that time. Like the girls.
You had a crush on her.
the girls from the farms, from villages, normally they look the face like the frost bites, everything was pretty rough. So she was very, very pretty, out of the world.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was the number 1 also in the school, like the first year.
How is she doing now? She went to university, I guess.
Not so. But,
why?
But the first time we met each other, I was a little bit dark tone, right? Dark skin. So people, that time was a bad thing, right? Really bad. And then I was short, and somehow she liked me a lot. That's really magic. So she was hanging out with me all the time. Like but over 2 tests, we have 2 exams, like a midterm exam and then the final exam before the Chinese New Year.
So you surpassed her?
I was the number 1 in the class.
Okay.
I was the number 1 in the class.
So the girl, she had a crush on you, and you took advantage of that and paused her on the academic.
That's a very good example. If you have good friends, right?
No, actually, I was.
What's the influence? Right?
I was really. I don't know, because you see, the same thing happened. Like from the junior high school to the senior high school, from the town to the county. The first time they do the ranking, the standing thing, I was of the 60, I was 40 something too. But the 2 exams after, I was number 1 in the class as well. Because I need to get in the system. At the beginning, when everybody got from different towns to the county, and of all the scores, I ranked really low in the class. But as long as we get started together and at the same level, I jumped really fast. I got the number 1.
So you are smart.
Yeah, I guess so. So that's in the senior high school. After the first semester, I was number 1 in the class.
You guys like 学霸, you know.
I did not study. The problem is I did not.
Look at the result. If the result is the number 1, we call 学霸. So that's why
it's hardworking 学霸.
I will.
Smart 学霸. So it's the same result.
I will tell you maybe on this video. Tell you the first time in front of camera. The first girl I really kind of fell in love, because that time the boy, we had the kind of really vague idea about girls, right? She's adored. She's really admired by everybody. Like she's really pretty. Even with today's standard, she's really pretty. And somehow she liked me. And I was joking around. I talked a lot. I was kind of doing all this nonsense thing. I was rebellious. Like I was fighting with the teacher. That time was really bad. Teachers and students, we fight every day. We said swear words. We curse to each other, to the teachers. And they beat us like crazy. They almost want to kill us. They almost want to kill us.
What kind of school is that?
It's countryside. What do you
my God.
expect at that time? So she was somehow she really liked me.
Are you sure they beat you, the teacher, at that time?
You see, we have the music class. We have the very thin, but it's 16 16 that little bigger, but it's thin, so easy to roll. If it's thicker, it's very difficult to roll, right? So that music book, textbook, very thin, but it's a little bigger, right?
Okay.
So the teacher always roll this into
a stick?
And into a stick. He gonna raise your chin like this. Please raise like this, and then left and right. And I was like, after 2 seconds, nothing happened. And the third second after that, or a few seconds after, the blood from nose just poured into the in front of me was my.
That's a physical abuse.
That time was.
And your parents have no problem with that?
That's 1991.
So
Nobody had any. People was really like starving. People were like fighting for food. So.
Hold on. And the least, right? According to our experience,
no.
1991.
In the city school, the parents will go into the principal.
No, I guess that for our parents, they would appreciate the teachers displaying, because this boy or some kids at home.
They authorize the teacher to do so.
No, also they don't even they did
don't
not
even
care.
care.
They did not care.
okay.
And you know the funny thing is the blood is coming. It's we call like the practice book 练习册. It's for Chinese practice. It's this thick, and the blood go into several pages. So that's my perfect excuse for not doing the exercise for the Chinese subject.
Wow.
I was super happy. The result coming out of this, I was super happy. Like next time the Chinese teacher told me, let's do the exercise.
There's blood.
Yeah, I cannot do that. It's all blood. I was super happy. And that's the environment we lived in.
Oh.
And with all this tough, crazy stuff, this Chinese,
That's amazing.
yeah, this girl, she's really like, we hung out a lot, and she was amazing all aspects. She's pretty and talented, and I could not sing. And he was singing the 念曲990, the 罗大佑的 念曲. That's the best song ever. She was singing to me, and it's like a love song. But I never. She was.
From that moment on,
She was
you
teaching.
fell in love with her.
Yeah, she was teaching me how to sing, but I was like, my voice really, because we shouted a lot, screamed a lot when in the village. Like my voice was really bad. So she was teaching me that, singing that. It's amazing. So that time, but what happened is like after the first semester, all the other students from the same village, like we used to fight. Some of them told me like, oh, you are not cool anymore. You are not. We call it 君子. 君子. We try we are noble, right? We have ideas, so we call it 君子. The two guys, the two students from the same village, we were playing really a lot. After the junior high school, I was spending a lot of time with this girl. A lot of time with
so
them. So they told me, you cannot do like as 君子, you cannot do
betrayed them.
Yeah, betray them.
Yeah.
There's a philosophy called the 重色轻友.
All right.
So
yes.
they told me you 重色轻友. So you put like
you
like
choose the lady over the body.
friendship.
Yeah.
So from that on, it's a real story. It's amazing. After the Chinese New Year, I stopped talking to that girl for a whole semester.
Why?
Because I want to be a 君子. I had the philosophy.
You're so stupid.
Yeah.
Then you found your friends dating with this girl.
Not at all.
No?
And it's really amazing. She was like the whole.
You just cut off all
cut
sudden.
off, like she was talking to me as I just go play with the boys. It's amazing.
She must be hurt.
Yeah, she hurt a lot, because that time she was like, we have the every class at the back we have a 黑板 blackboard,
yeah.
and the best writing handwriting person, students going in charge of that and write something. And one day I remember vividly, she wrote.
I
she wrote
hate you.
No, she wrote something. So, 我是一个多愁善感的女孩. She's just, it's hurting me a lot actually.
Oh my
but
God.
yeah, she just wrote that. I was
So your story with her just ended like that.
Yeah, it's
What a shame.
But then like that's the grade 1, right? The grade 2 in the junior high school, they shuffle. So we were not in the same class. So that's the end of our story.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And you didn't even follow her, try to find out what's happened to her after that?
You know, it's she tried the second semester of the grade 1 because there's another girl in the same village, but we live a little bit far. But it's the same village, but it's far. That girl is like she's really nice, and because when you go back from the town to the village, we share the same route. So because we are from the same village, but the girl I liked was from other village, so they go other different way. So this girl and then the girl in the same village, they're very good friends. They asked this girl to talk to me a lot of times. But I said no. I have to be a nobleman. It's a nobleman.
You're so stupid.
Nobleman's promise is 不能终身亲友.
Yeah.
It's.
And now, when you're looking back and talking like that, are you regret?
It's move on because it's funny though. For the same girl, they always say the girls they develop, they mature first. So during their teenage time, they don't do well in school. Like the boys, they can focus. Some girls, after 3 years, I guess she was in the whole grade. I was number 6, number 8, and she was about 20 of the 300. So she could not go to the county high school, the senior high school. She went to.
You destroyed her.
No. All girls, a lot of girls, they went to.
Because of you.
No, it's not.
No, because of you.
Because of you.
It's so she went to another, we call it regular senior high school in the same county.
So she didn't went to university.
She repeated 2 or 3 times, and I heard she repeated 2 or 3 times. She went to a kind of either college or some very low-ranking university.
After that?
Yeah, after that.
After she graduates, what she's doing now?
Actually, it's funny though. It's like the senior high school. I moved on to the senior high school. She went to another bad high school, a senior high school, little bit average or better ones. So after the 3 years of senior high school, we go to the national exam, right? 高考.
Yeah.
So because our school is the best in the whole county, so everybody from other 2 or 3 senior high, they come to our junior high school to do the exam. So that time, before that, I was told by my village buddy, like he's the same family name. Somehow they said it's related or whatever. 不同的辈分, they get related because they share the same name, same middle name, something.
Yeah.
So he came to me saying like, oh, she's starting that school. Give me the address, class number. So I wrote a postcard. I mailed her postcard. Just wrote some when I was grade 3 before the exam. So I wrote first time ever. I wrote something to her because still kind of the connection, the memory. So I wrote back to her, but there's no reply. Yeah, no reply for the postcard.
So you never heard from her anymore?
And then when I went to university, the Tianjin University, the first semester we came back for the new year, right? So the same buddy, the family name is Huang, the guy, like we kind of said, oh, I know, like she's living there, still living there, and by generation he called me uncle, like the same year. And so like I was hanging out with this Huang like buddy, like from he dropped right after the junior high school, went to a factory, and went to like crazy places. So we decided to take a surprise visit to this girl's like family.
Did you see her?
Yeah, we 2 of us, like this, my buddy and I. It took us, I guess, almost 1 hour, 2 hours walking there because that time still there's no cars or something. We just walking and then we smoke like. telling jokes after my first semester of the university time.
How did she?
And then we found we did not know the address, but if you reach the village, if you tell the girl's name, probably they don't know. But if you tell the girl's father name, everybody knows. Okay. So we know what village name, so we just went there, like village name, around the village, and we asked, what is the...
You found her?
Yeah, we found the family.
You met her?
Yeah, we found the family, and then we entered the house, and her mom was there, and also her 嫂子, the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
And her 嫂子was there, and then we asked her, is this somebody's home, right? And then she answered, I said, who are you? We told them, my name is, I didn't tell her my name, I just told my family name Fei, from the junior high school,
okay.
A classmate. And she knew my name right away, her sister-in-law.
Oh, she must tell her sister-in-law.
Yeah, she told her sister-in-law all the time, because, and she was visiting that time, she was visiting her relative in another side of the town. So, and her sister-in-law told me a lot of stories about us. So, end up this girl shared all our stories with her sister-in-law. So she knew my name right away.
Became a legend of your country. So tell me how she responded.
Yeah. And then after 2 hours, she came back. She came back and saw us surprised.
She was not home when you were there?
Yeah, she was visiting her relative.
Oh, okay.
And then they told us she would come back in the afternoon, probably for a lunch thing. So she came back, saw us, and then after how many years?
Did she cry?
I don't know. But we were buddies right away. We kind of separated from 6 years. We separated 6 years, but we were still buddies. We talked a lot. And then she told me, she received the postcard, and she even on the side he even remember, he told me you wrote this. She said everything, maybe 5 sentences, everything I wrote on the. I don't even remember. I did not even remember, but she remembered everything. She told me outside. He told me you wrote me this, and she wrote back, but I somehow did not receive it. Maybe after the graduation there. But she remembered everything I wrote when I was grade 3 in the senior high school.
So your family settled?
No, we just moved on. And
as a body?
Yeah.
We become friends?
Yeah, very, very good. That time she was still repeating the senior high school. And she was not studying very well. I think it's kind of sometimes...
She was too devoted to your...
No, it's a girl thing, I think. And then we talked a lot the whole afternoon till night.
And you feel good?
Yeah,
good?
It's like it looks like it's amazing feeling. Both of us
but was not the same feeling like the boys to the girls anymore, right?
But
no crash.
No. But we went we were walking in the country field for several hours. The evening I was staying with them. With his older brother and his father, and also my buddy, we were drinking a lot of Chinese liquor.
Alright.
And then it's late and about 1 or 2 hours from our home, so we decided to stay with them.
Alright.
Yeah, and I was sleeping in the same bed with his brother, and we were chatting, and then next morning, we said goodbye.
And you never see her anymore?
Actually, that's the last time though. She was growing a little bit bigger. She was 168. She was so tiny in the.
Oh, so
she was.
No matter you lost the feeling to her because she got fat.
No. It's taller. She's still pretty.
Oh, okay.
168.
168.
The big is taller. It's not.
Not the pound.
Yeah,
okay.
But that time, our interest was very different, to be honest.
Okay.
And
but she was still pretty.
She's pretty. She's
still pretty.
Yeah, and she's super tall. The junior high school, she was more like me, but she's pretty, and somehow people change a lot, and then the opinions after so many, I went to the big city. She was staying in the county, and the ideas, so different, and we just best friends, but we never seen each other. I guess last time we had when I moved to Canada, we still one time through the guy, I guess still the same guy.
The Huang.
Yeah, still the Huang, and then we shared
So
like
today you are not even friends on WeChat?
Nope. And when the WeChat was popular, before the WeChat was popular, it was QQ. One time I had we had the QQ. We chat 1 or 2 times, but even now today I don't have QQ anymore. And she was married and had 1 kid and sent picture of the kid. Everything was amazing, and it was really. But we never even that time. Never even hold a hand. Even now, you like each other. Even never touch a hand.
Yeah,
and she
that's
was
beautiful.
And in the county, in the town, I guess every week you have 1 day or 2 days is the commercial time. It's a lot of merchants on the street sale on the county. Most of the time the county is empty.
Okay.
But every week you have 1 day or 2 days. You have this
open market.
Open market thing.
赶集.
Yeah, 赶集. Yes.
I see.
So that time when my father told me to get something from the town, several times I saw her from far. I was really nervous about not letting her see me. It's like that kind of connection.
Meaning at that time you still
shy.
have a feeling.
Yeah, I was really shy. You did not want. I still remember. I just avoid seeing her. But it's that kind of when you are like I was about maybe 11, 12, 13 years old.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a very nice story.
Yeah.
I think we'll go over time already today.
What time is it?
It's close to 2 o'clock now.
Your story is not finished yet. So 99.
I think it should be. It's really the chat is about to not just tell our story, also your story. I think today we spent quality time.
Yeah.
Really, your story amazed me. And thank you so much for
I think
because it's so much different life.
I think when you live in the countryside, at least I feel you don't have many pressure for studying. Maybe you are smart, okay? I'm more dumb. When I was like kids, so I have a lot of pressure.
Maybe we could next time talk about our story because it's really
you have something to.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock. Originally we said to finish by 1, and because your story is so interesting. And
Nice.
No. Seriously, I appreciate and I will appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, no problem.
And because right now the life is all about and people get lazy, and life is social life is more online.
More like everything they want to quick result, right?
Yeah.
So
and now today the lunch is really remind me how is a normal friend interaction should be. And I really, it has been so many years we never sat down and know your story like that.
Yeah, I think I felt trapped.
But I guess you never told so much in this session, right? And it's really very important for your audience and also for who the people you want to show the true side of you. This is more important. Then people know the restaurant and you interview people with lunch with them, but they need to know the real owner. And your personal story is amazing. And it's really good lunch.
I think it's more interesting than when I was a kid.
Yeah, your story is much more interesting because we're a developing city, and it's the same stereotype, and but we barely had a friend like you, and we never know this side of the life.
Yeah, because when I was in the school, I'm
you don't fight with the teacher.
It's not good as you guys. So that's why my task is
maybe another time, not in front of a camera, but I really think your friend works. Once in a while but you have a busy restaurant owner life, and next time, you continue to do the things, but we still could be meet and sit down chat.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
In Chinese, we really think your life, your story is really attractive.
One day I'm gonna write a book.
You should. Even now, I think today's record might not be have so many people to have the patience. That's the reality of the life. But it's really a good document.
But I feel like now a lot of kids they watch more YouTube than the book.
Than reading.
Right?
It's like a fast food culture. It's like that. Thank you so much.
Thank you all the time, and if next time we can have chance to talk in private or something, will be better.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We can wrap this up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Good meal. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we did not finish.
真的不错。
那我先把它听。